What's up, Forge Nation? Look at this sunrise. I am in the San Juans Telluride, Colorado, one of my favorite places on earth. Here with a little family trip, but had to take our future giveaway rig up a trail. I'm gonna go up Imogene Pass this morning. You know, when a sunrise looks like that, it's gonna be a good day. So let's hit the trail, see what this thing can do. It's in stock form. We just have 35s on there, Sasquatch package, wild track, so we don't have the sway bar disconnect, but we do have that 2.7 liter twin turbo V6, plenty of power to get up any of those mountains. Without further ado, let's get it on. All right, you got the town of Telluride to our right. We're going up Tomboy Road. That's going to turn into County 68 Road. I'm not even sure that you need to air down. I might just make it a little bit more comfortable, but it's always a pain in the butt to air back up. But already seeing some wildlife, absolutely gorgeous views. Oh, there's a deer. Good morning. Hello, Mr. Deer. How's the trail looking? Bad? Good talk. I mean, we're only 5 minutes in, and it's already absolutely breathtaking. Also, if you're afraid of heights, a lot of these trails probably aren't for you. But the sun is starting to come out. It is looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm excited to see what's at the top of this pass. Just absolutely breathtaking views of Bridal Falls in the background over there. There's just waterfalls all over the place. This place is crazy. All right, so I heard that there's a mudslide somewhere between here and Ouray. So I'm not gonna be able to go do the entire pass. My thought was just go to the top, check it out, see what this trail's all about, then head back home to the wife and kiddos. Plus, it's just such a beautiful day in the morning. Mornings during monsoon season, I feel like, are the best. You get those clouds all over the place. Not raining yet. Afternoons can definitely get wet in the Rockies, San Juan specifically. That monsoon moisture just comes up, develops some big thunderheads, and then you are left with some definitely wet afternoons, similar to Florida or anywhere else, right? It's just so hot in the valley that up here that condensation builds. I'm not a meteorologist. I may sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I actually have no idea, which is par for the course in most of the things that I do. Got some beautiful rock formations. I'm taking it nice and slow. The conditions of the trail are pretty good. I could see how in late spring, or late winter, early spring, this is probably completely socked in with snow. You can't access it at all. But right now, I mean, they do a pretty good job. It's not really a technical trail yet. We'll see if that changes. Take my jacket off. More for audio. Not to show off these guns. Bah bah! Oh, stupid. All right, we are a couple miles in up Tomboy Road, and it is so far so good. We're doing great. Question is, who is Forge 4x4 and what do we do? This video is actually sponsored by us. We don't really have any sponsors. We're not big enough yet. But if you like awesome content and you want to win this Bronco, not in its current form, but actually in a monster SEMA build form, all you gotta do is hit that like and subscribe. You'll be able to follow along as we build this thing up. So Forge 4x4, we build awesome rigs and then we give them away. You could become a member, get automatically entered to win. Make a purchase in our shop, get automatically entered to win. With every $1 you spend equals 1 entry. And go see the full terms and details at forge4x4.com. We started 2 years ago. We've given away 7 Unreal rigs, and now we're on our 8th. Artemis, our Sprinter van, is unlike anyone we've ever done in the past. So if you like Sprinter vans, if you like off-roading, come join the fun at Forge 4x4. We have a good time. Sometimes we have terrible times, but it is what it is. That's life, I guess. I don't know. Big fan of the aspen trees. Actually, I don't know if those are aspen or birch. Couldn't tell you. But a big fan of the white bark. Very pretty. Someone's probably gonna ream me. Those aren't aspen trees. Those are North American white birch. How dare you? How dare you get our arborist names wrong, savage. I don't know, they're pretty. That's definitely aspen, right? I don't know. I think this whole trip is pretty much just going to be, is Carter looking at aspen trees, or does he need to take a arborist class? That's a title for our next video. Can't wait for that one. That one's going to be good. Trails get a little rougher, not too bad. We've definitely been on some worse. But if I aired down the tires, I'd probably have more traction and it'd be a little bit more comfortable, but I'm being lazy right now. We're at 35 PSI. I may change it. Last thing I want to do is slip off the side of this. Hopefully that's not foreshadowing. Oh, but we are getting up there, son. It's hard to take your eyes off the road. It's definitely not something that you want to do. But this view, I might need to stop and take a photo or something because it's pretty rad. GoPro footage definitely doesn't do this justice, but this is pretty incredible. Got Bridal Falls and waterfalls over there. It's just magical. Reminds me of like Switzerland. I'm telling you, these birch or aspen trees are just absolutely breathtaking. This might make the trip in and of itself. You don't really get that in Southern California. A couple aspen groves, but nothing too crazy. Nice butt in this workout. Big fan of the Apple CarPlay and Gaia integration. That is pretty cool. And I love this really big screen on the Bronco. Just aired down the tires. We're down to 15 PSI and it's time to get back on the trail. Just absolutely breathtaking. Look at this view. See if I could zoom in on Bridal Falls over there. And you can see Black Bear Pass switchbacks, all the other waterfalls all over the place. We gotta go there later. It looks incredible. San Juan Mountains. 10 out of 10, would recommend. All right, we are aired down, ready to go. See, I did it. I finally did it for you. Aired down the tires, wasted 10 minutes of my life. But now we're safer and more comfortable. I guess that's a thing. But time to climb this mountain. Let's get it. Yeah, the trail is definitely noticeably a little bit more rocky. Most four-wheel drive vehicles can handle it for sure. I just keep on wanting to look at the waterfalls and want to make sure that I stay on the path here. Another cool thing, I love the 360-degree trail cam here. Oh, that's our tow hitch. You go full 180 degrees. I like this view. That view is pretty sweet. And especially when you got some sketchy situations here with a nice little waterfall. This is actually coming in handy. This is the part that it gets a little sketchy. I'm not worried about falling off as much as I am getting some damage on the side. So I'll make sure to hug that corner, but still, if you like thrills, this is definitely up there. I would love to probably have a spot, but what are you gonna do? Not the sketchiest road I've ever been down, but you don't want to make a wrong turn. Look at that though. The one thing I'm always doing on switchbacks or anytime that we're heading up like a one-lane pass like this, I'm looking as far ahead as I can to make sure that if someone's coming down, I'm going to either pull off where I can, or they need to give whoever's going uphill the right of way. Makes sense from the perspective of if you're going downhill, chances are it's a little bit harder to control versus going uphill. So if you are going downhill, you can pull over to the side and wait for the person going uphill to pass you and then make your way down. We're getting high, going up to 13,000 feet. I will say some of the views down, if you just even want to do that first section, are pretty legit. Make sure no one's coming around this corner. All right, now this is pretty freaking cool. You got this crazy drop off there. Hope you're not afraid of heights watching this. Bridal Falls in the background. Sweet tunnel in here. And just absolutely gorgeous views everywhere. Love it. Let's keep going. Higher and higher. Gonna get altitude sickness, probably. Hope that's not foreshadowing. The sun is out now, so we must activate blenders, sunglasses. Honey, this is so much fun. Even by myself, a little bit more sketch. Don't recommend it unless you're an expert off-roader and you're very comfortable with your vehicle. Not saying that I'm either of those, but I have the tenacity and the confidence to get me through just about anything. Just lack a lot of technical skills, but that's for another conversation. All right. Just watching in my phone camera the sun kind of shooting through the aspen trees. It is really rad. Kudos to the engineers on this one. Don't feel like that's secure, but you know what? Gotta do it. I'm really interested in the story behind this because it doesn't look that old. It almost looks like someone, maybe it's a ranger station, maybe like a fire station. It's definitely not a house, I'll tell you that much. And maybe it is, I don't know. Someone was like, you know what? I like it here. I like these aspen or birch trees, whatever they are. Ooh, it's spacious on the inside. It's got some rapey vibes, but it's all right. Can't beat that view though. And the thought of every single night, the potential of a mudslide to take you out during a rainstorm. Yeah, no thanks. I don't think I could ever get sick of this view. Look at that waterfall. This is nuts. Absolutely beautiful. Love the trail camera. It is pretty cool. Oh, water crossing, sort of. Puddle crossing. Check this out. We have this abandoned mine shaft here on a sheer cliff. Got a waterfall going on over there. I want to get the full story. Maybe I'll do some fun facts over this, but dude, this is super rad. Don't want to get too close. It's funny, I've seen pictures of this. This is my first time up Imogene Pass. The mine shaft is definitely pretty rad. I'm gonna do some stories and some other stuff on it. I don't know the details or any of the history behind it, so maybe I'll just overlay some B-roll and tell you a little bit about it. This settlement was originally named the Savage Basin Camp, named after the Savage Basin where it was located, and it began producing gold in 1894. So the settlement eventually became known as Tomboy. The Tomboy mine was one of the top 3 producers in the Telluride district, producing millions of dollars in gold, silver, zinc, and copper. So check this out. You got this little bridge here, and I was like, okay, like, no big deal. But I think what it is that's where they went and just followed a vein all the way through the mountain. So they just carved it out of there. It's pretty nuts. There's gold in them hills, said someone sometime around here at one point. I bet you there's more gold in there. We just need to find it. That's where every time I stop and look around, I just see some more cool stuff. This mining town is so sweet. And the views, my God. Wildlife spotted. What's up, guys? Couple muskrats? They look like beavers. Mountain goats? I don't know. What are you guys? You birch tree or an aspen? Come on, answer me. Recommended. High clearance, 4-wheel drive, short wheelbase. Yeah, this works. All right, we made it to Tomboy Basin. Me and you. We did it together. I did all the hard work. This was the base camp for operations for all the gold mining. We're 8,000 feet above Telluride, which seems aggressive. I guess it goes all the way up there. But yeah, this used to house hundreds of people working the mines, making an honest day's living. Maybe, something like that. You got, I think, another trail over there. I'm not sure exactly where that one goes. I'm gonna head up this way, see what happens. Almost there. This is so sweet though. Let's go check it out. The total number of people living at the Tomboy camp varies widely from a couple hundred to several thousand. And whichever figure is true, we can conclude that it's one of the largest alpine mining communities in Colorado. And it lasted for decades, located over 11,000 feet above sea level. Around 1928, the Tomboy mine closed, as most mining towns in that era. Once the gold and silver ran out, the camp was abandoned and left to the elements. But that's what happened. That's what happens when the gold runs out. Gold runs out, money runs out. Everyone just abandons ship, leaves all their trash. Leave no trace, didn't they know that? God, a bunch of savages. Anyway, let's hit the trail. Side note, what should we name this Bronco? You know that we love our Greek gods. Don't ask me why. We started out with Zeus and then just kept on going. This bad boy needs a name. Put in the comments what you think we should name it. All right, so I'm pretty impressed by the 4-low capabilities. Locking that front axle, it's proving to be necessary for this trail. Oh, that was a rock. But especially like this loose gravel, you don't want to be slipping out, sliding into rocks, get some damage. I do kind of wish that we had a sway bar disconnect on this rig, but maybe we'll be able to add something like that later. All right, we got a couple different routes here. I don't think it really matters. Which one looks hardest? This one. Hey, we got some overlanders up here. Not a bad spot to camp. So it looks like I deviated a little bit. So we're gonna take this little offshoot. Making our way up Imogene Pass. We don't know how long the weather's gonna last, cause it's monsoon season until you ride San Juan Mountains, you got nowhere to hide. Imogene Pass, gonna have some fun today. Look at a view and then go home, drink some tequila and play. It's a beautiful day. That's all I gotta say. My singing abilities are not great. Pretty flowers. This looks interesting. Gotta get it. Who's calling me at a time like this? You gotta love getting spam calls at 12,000 feet. That's always fun. Decline. Clowns. It's like an elevator. You just keep on going up. Keep on trucking, get up this road. Is that what this video is gonna turn into, me just doing terrible singing? You guys are still sticking around after hearing that. Oh, hey, it's Mike. What's up, Mike? God, everyone's so grumpy today. I don't know. Maybe they don't like the Bronco. You Jeep guys? Yeah. They're used to that. Still a little ways to go. We are a long way down. To give you some perspective, there's a JK sitting. Still got some ways to go, but we're making progress. This is a cool trail. All the way to the top. I will say this is not really big enough for two people to pass, so you should look and make sure that at the top you have no one coming up. Nice little rut right here, just to make sure you're still paying attention and not looking at the view. And there it is, Imogene Pass. All right. This GoPro footage definitely isn't going to do this justice, but we're high up there. You got Telluride on this side, Ouray on the other side, San Juan mountain range all around. Bronco held up just fine. Let's see if I could get the drone going at 14,000 feet. It's just an off-roader's paradise. This is insane. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that trail run video. We don't do a lot of those. We're normally busy building and doing other stuff with our rigs. But since this one was in pre-production form, I wanted to see how that Sasquatch package held up. Oh, that altitude, it gets you, whoo, lightheaded there for a second. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, let us know in the comments. And if you don't mind subscribing, it helps us warrant making new content and going on cool trips, and hopefully one day bringing you along with us. If you want to get entered to win one of our world-class rigs, just go to forge4x4.com. I'll leave you with some drone shots of this view, and then we're going to send it back down.